Welcome to practice. I'm MaryAnngeline, and this is a 15-minute reset after you've flown class. So whether your flight was 10 minutes, I don't know if actually anyone's flight is 10 minutes. So whether your flight was an hour, maybe 45 minutes, or 10 hours, this is a great class to just open up your body. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna put a link for more long form classes. So if that's something that you're yearning for and you want maybe 30, 40, 60-minute classes, or if you want live classes with me, I host those all on my membership platform called Kinesis, right? So just be sure to look out for that once class is over. All right, friends, roll out your mat, grab some water if you need, and I'll see you standing in mountain pose. We'll stand with the feet hip distance apart, so a nice solid foundation. Turn the palms forward, mountain pose. Hug the thigh muscles into the thigh bones. Lift up through your inner thighs and draw the belly in. So that really contained through the lower body. As you inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Reach to the fingertips. And then really heavy, let your arms just drop. Release that tension through the shoulders. Let's do that again. Reach the arms all the way up. Extend long. And drop heavy through the arms. One more time. Reach, reach, reach. Create opposition. And drop it out. Now just shake, 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 bounce, 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 shake, shake, bounce, bounce. Tapping the heels, dropping the shoulders up and down, wiggling out the hands, and reach arms up. Extended mountain pose. Forward fold, dive it all the way down. Shake out the head, no. Nod the head, yes. If it's feeling very intense in the back of your legs, add a generous bend into the knees. And then figure eights with your head. Drawing that figure eight, that infinity symbol with the head, and letting it now just relax. So imagining a weight that you'd put on a balloon connected to the top of the head, and use that weight sensation to drop the head a bit heavier. As you inhale, engage through the legs and the lower belly. Halfway lift, elongate the spine. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Melt the forehead towards the shins a bit deeper. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Press down through the big toes. Exhale, fold. Let the sits bones float up a little bit higher. Once more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Hands down on the ground for support. Step the right foot all the way back. Lower the knee to the ground and point your toes. Take a moment to straighten and re-bend the front knee, going at your own pace. So our intention here is to gently wake up the back of the front leg, your hamstring, and the front of the back leg, your hip flexor. And while we're seated on an airplane, we are closing off the space between our thigh and our hip bone, and it's contracting that hip flexor. So it's really nice to open up through that right side. And then also our legs are bent the whole time, so it's nice to open up through the hamstring. We'll take this movement back into our forward fold. So tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and gently step forward, right foot to the left. Now open your feet a little bit wider. Bring your left hand to the ground, bend the left knee, take the right arm up towards the sky, reach up as high as you can as you bend your left knee and sink into that side. Release and switch sides. Right hand comes down in line with the heart. As the left arm floats up, bend your right knee so it's opposite side. So we're opening to the left as you sink to the right. Let's take this a few more times. We'll keep switching, alternating sides. Left hand down, left knee bends, right arm up. Again, right hand down, right knee bends, left arm up. One more time. Left hand down, left knee bends, right arm up. Right hand down, right knee bends, left arm up. Release it down to neutral. Walk your feet back together. Halfway lift, lengthen, fold. Use your hands for support as you step your left foot all the way back now. Low lunge, lower the knee to the ground. So being really soft with yourself, just simply shift your weight back and shift your weight forward. And of course, and I didn't notate this on the first side, but if at any moment the ground feels too far away, you can always put some blocks under the hands. You just need to bring the ground a bit closer to you. And that's in anything in our practice from here on out. No, that's always an option. Really focusing on lengthening the front leg as you shift back, feeling that stretch to the back of the leg, and melting the pelvis forward as you shift forward, really getting into the front of that hip. Be mindful of where your breath is. Travel can already bring in some chaos sometimes, some frantic energy, and that may have not been the case for you on your travels, but if it was, allow this to just slow you down to bring you back to your center. Let's shift it forward, come to the top of the mat, so back knee lifts, back foot steps forward into our forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, and fold. Now, staying nice and low, bend your knees a lot, bring your booty to your heels, little yogi ball. Your heels may automatically pop off the ground, that's okay. If you can let them drop, that's okay too. But we will go in and out of that forward fold to this pop. So straighten out the legs, let the head drop. Then bend the knees, let the booty drop. 2 more times. Straighten and bend. Last one. Straighten and bend. Let's straighten it out. Ground down through the palms. Step your feet back now to a plank pose. From plank, lower down to your belly. You can always tap the knees down first and come all the way down so you're lying flat. Take an in-breath, lengthen the spine, engage the feet, press down as you exhale. Next inhale, we lift up for cobra pose. Gaze is down, chest floats up, little weight into the hands. And then take your left forearm and prop it in front of you so that you can press the ground away and lift the chest. Bend the right knee, right heel towards the booty. You'll take your right hand back and grab a hold of your foot, however you can, and you'll hug the heel in as you kick the foot away, getting into that quadricep. This left leg may want to open out. See if you can continue to hug the inner thighs and keep the leg nice and active. Slow and steady breath here. A great place to use a strap if the foot is too far. We'll slowly release it out. Switch sides, bring your right forearm down now, and I like to kind of put it at an angle. We'll bend the left knee, heel to the booty, grab a hold of the foot and draw it in. Steady breath and watch that right leg. It naturally may want to open out wide. Can you keep it where it was in your cobra pose? Steady the breath, steady your gaze, stay connected. And slowly release. Press into your palms. Now lift up to a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll take cow. Heavy through the belly, lift the gaze and the tail. Cat, round your spine, tuck your chin. Again, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's come back to neutral. Walk your hands one handprint forward. Tuck the toes under and keeping the weight back towards your feet, lift your knees, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. As you come into this down dog, pedal out the feet, bend one knee, bend the other. Adding some movement into that lower body as you're strong through the upper body and stable through the upper body. And start to come into a sense of stillness, anchoring the heels towards the mat. Hug the thigh muscles into the thigh bone. Spread the fingers wide and press the ground away. Extend the right leg up towards the sky. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into lizard. Now, before we lower the back knee, we'll keep our palms down on the ground and start to straighten the front as much as feels okay. Then we'll re-bend that knee. 2 more times. Straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. Lower the back knee to the ground. Come into your lizard. I'd like to offer the option of just pausing here, whether you want to stay on your forearms, stay on your palms or come to your forearms. Or if you want a more of a quad stretch, we'll take the top arm, the right arm back behind us and hold onto the foot. Same thing as we're on our belly. You want to kick the foot away as you pull the foot in. So there's a push and pull action here that will allow you to get a little more depth. Watch where your weight is in your left hand and your shoulder. If you start to sink and come out of alignment, press yourself up and away so we stay nice and stacked there. Let's slowly release the foot. If you have it, bring your hands back down. We'll all come to our palms and then shift your weight right and left a few times. Those hips side to side. You'll feel it kind of massage the front of the hip. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Right foot to the left, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg high now. Look towards your left hand and step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Stay lifted on the knee, off the knee for a moment. Begin to straighten your front leg as you drop your head down. Re-bend the front knee, gaze forward. Again, lift, straighten, gaze down. Bend, look forward. One more time, bring it up. And bend. Lower the back knee to the ground. Choose either palms or forearms, or maybe we go into quad stretch. So take the left arm up and over. It's the opposite arm, so you're more in a twist. Grab a hold of the foot. Maybe kick back as you pull the foot. Notice if you're more active in this stretch, how much more of a stretch you'll get. You can be very passive and just kind of sink and pull, and you'll get a stretch in a different way, but can you find a more of a dynamic stretch? We're here for a couple more cycles of breath. Begin to gently release the foot. Bring the hands down. Lift to the palms if you're on your forearms. Then rock your hips side to side. Move that pelvis in space. Targeting the area of the front of the hip. And now back toes tucked, lift the knees, step into your downward facing dog. Generous breath in through the nose. Generous breath out. Take your gaze towards your hands. Step, walk, or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Arrive in your forward fold. Bring your heels together and your toes wide and bend your knees, booty towards the heels. Now let yourself melt. Bring the forearms down to the ground, maybe the forehead. The knees splay very wide, and with the strength of your legs, guide those knees back a little further. Breathe into the pelvis, specifically the hips, the lower back. And with or without the support of your hands, you'll let your booty just come all the way down. So you're in a butterfly pose. Feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your left hand next to your left hip. Right arm up towards the sky. Lengthen and reach. Side stretch to the left. Really reach past the head with the top fingertips as you anchor the right booty cheek down. Then we'll come up and we'll twist to the right. So right arm behind us, left hand to our right thigh. Roll the right shoulder back as you gaze towards the back of your mat. Now hold on to your thigh with your left hand. Reach the right arm up. You're still in your twist, but now reach towards the left diagonal. So you're just leaning away from yourself. We come back to center and we'll fold over the feet, over the shins, let the head drop heavy. Slowly round yourself back up. Second side, right hand next to the right hip, left arm up, reach up, side stretch over to the right. The more you can create opposition, the more of a stretch you'll feel through that side body. And of course, if it feels intense, really integrate breath, or maybe you have to back out of it a bit. Let's adjust to our twist. Left arm behind us, right hand to the left thigh. Look towards the back. Keep the shoulders soft. Hold on to that thigh with the right hand. Left arm goes up. We stay in the twist, and all we're going to do is lean. So bring your right shoulder towards your right knee. You'll feel another stretch through the more of the muscles along the spine on the left side. Bring it back to center. This time we'll close our knees together. Lower onto our backs. Lie down. Take a long body stretch. Reach your arms overhead as you point your toes. Stretch out. Then adjust your arms by your sides. Come into your final pose for a brief moment in time. For these shorter practices, we take a very short Shavasana, but we still want, even if it's just 30 seconds, for our body to really relax and to release any control of breath or movement. Slowly awaken the body. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring yourself up to seated. Seated with the eyes closed. Palms touch. Rub the hands, create heat. Place the warmth of the left hand on the heart, right hand on top of the left, and bow the chin. Silently thank yourself for being on your mat, for taking the time to acknowledge that your body needed a little more stretch, a little more ease from being in such a small space on an airplane for however long it was. I want to thank you all, wish you well, and until next time. Thank you everyone for joining me for today's practice. If you have any questions or comments or requests for future classes, put them down below. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Right here, I have a link to more full-length classes. So Kinesi is my brand. It means movement in Greek. And it's my platform that is home to over 200 plus classes. They're all recorded content. However, I do also offer live classes. So it gives me the opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. So if you're interested in that, try these classes out. They're free. There's 3 of them, long form. And then right here is just another playlist if you still want to move with me and you haven't gotten enough yet. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all well, and I'll see you all sometime soon.